Welcome. This is day 13 of Cultivate Patience, Introduction to Ashtanga. I'm Robin, and we're going to get started on our mats. If you would like blocks, you can grab those. We're adding in Parsvottanasana today, pyramid pose into our standing sequence, and omitting a few to save some, not save time, but to make the practice more accessible to everyone, to try to keep it 30 minutes or less. Yesterday went a little long. So from the top of your mat, with your big toes together and your heels slightly apart, or your feet hip bone distance apart, or wider, pull in your belly, soften your shoulders, maybe close your eyes. Feel your feet press down. Feel your spine lift up. Your chin parallel to the floor. Starting to cultivate your Ujjayi breath, if that's possible, breathing in and out through your nose. Just finding a mindful breath. And letting everything else go, whatever you were doing before, whatever you have going on after your practice. See if you can just take this time for you. Bring your hands to heart center with your eyes still soft or closed. Maybe set an intention or say the mantra. And then inhale for the Om. Hands by the side, Surya Namaskar A, Sun A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, and maybe you're softening your knees or taking your hands to your blocks. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back. You can lower to your belly, you can lower to your knees. Take a chaturanga. Inhale for a cobra or an up dog. Exhale, down dog. You can pedal out your legs. You can replace this with all fours in cat-cow or child's pose. As always, there are links in the description box to earlier flows. We break everything down. Listening to your body as you start to open up through your shoulders and the back body. And then look forward to your hands and come forward. You can take as many steps as you need. Take that half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold in half right at that hip crease. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold in half, pulling in that navel. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back. You can go right to down dog or go through chaturanga or your belly, cobra or up dog, and down dog. This is always your choice. Taking 5 breaths in your down dog, widening through your sitting bones, lifting up through your kneecaps, engaging your quadricep muscles.
As you press that floor away, taking it out of your wrists. You can always try down dog with your hands on blocks or something higher instead. And then look forward to your hands and come forward. Take a half lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down, Samasthiti. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back or hop back. Chaturanga with shoulders no lower than your elbows. Inhale, up dog, or whatever you decide. Exhale, down dog. Wrapping those triceps, those upper arm bones down towards the mat. Getting that external rotation. Lots of space around your neck. Reach your ribs towards your thighs. Take one more breath. And then look forward to your hands, step or maybe hop forward this time and take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down, Samasthiti. All right, Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Your weight is now in your heels. Maybe you're looking up towards your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back. Move through your vinyasa, one movement, one breath. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward, pivot your left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Right knee over your ankle, maybe your hands touch. Exhale, hands down, and flow. Left foot comes forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior one, squaring your torso. Exhale, hands to the mat, and move. Or take a child's pose whenever you need. 5 breaths in your down dog. Lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles, your Mula Bandha. Pulling your navel up and in, Uddiyana Bandha. One more breath. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward and take that half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Stand tall, Samasthiti. One more like that. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step or maybe hop back into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes forward, back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. You could be going slower than I am. Left foot comes forward or faster, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Like a beautiful dance. Just noticing how your body feels now in your down dog. You're finding more length, more space in your body. Then look forward to your hands, step or hop forward, take that half lift, and fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Stand tall, samastitihi. Padangusthasana, step or hop your feet about 6 inches apart, hands to your waist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge right at that hip crease, pulling that navel in, making space. Inhale, lengthen. Take your hands to your big toes, yogi toe grip, and exhale, fold. Reaching your elbows to both sides of the room. You could bend your knees here, but you're retracting your shoulder blades. You could always have your hands on your ankles or up higher. Reaching your sitting bones up towards the ceiling, feeling a gentle stretch in the back of your legs. Then inhale, half lift, look up. Padahastasana, slide your hands underneath your feet if possible, or repeat the previous. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, reaching your elbows to both sides of the room. Lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles. Pulling that belly in. Finding that hip hinge. As you're still able to breathe in this posture, the breath is the most important. Inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, slide your hands to your hips. Inhale, come up nice and slow. We were down for a while. And step or hop your feet together. Samastitihi. All right, we're going to do the first postures, Uttita Trikonasana. So step your right foot back. Maybe grab a block with you. Paralleling your feet. Extending your arms. Rotating that right leg so that the toes, the knee, and the hip all face the back of your mat. Bump your left hip, reach, 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 and hinge. So you could take your hand to a block or a chair. You can grab your big toe with a yogi toe grip, or you could be up much higher. You're finding length in both sides of the waist. Shoulders away from the ears, maybe looking up or looking down towards the left back corner of your mat. And then inhale, come up, arms active, pivot your right foot, left leg goes facing the front of the mat, bump the right hip, reach, reach, reach as far forward as you can, maybe using a block or something underneath your hand. Finding that length, shoulders away from the ears, lifting up through the kneecaps, feeling that gentle stretch in the back of the legs without forcing it. Not locking out through the knees. One more breath here. Press firmly into your feet. Inhale, rise back up to the back of the mat. So our right leg is again facing the back of the mat. Our back foot is angled in slightly, either heel to heel alignment or even wider. Take your right hand to your right hip. Gently pull that hip back so your torso starts to face the back of the mat. Lift your left arm up. Reach forward as far as you can and see where you want to take that left hand. Maybe it comes on the inside of the foot and you spiral your torso. Maybe it comes on the outside of your foot, on a block or the mat. Press down, maybe reach your right arm up. Finding the length in the side body. Pressing into your feet, your big toe of your front foot, the heel of the back foot, lifting up through the arches. And then look down to come on up. Inhale, rise up, arms active, pivot to the back of your mat. Setting it up, left foot faces the back, right foot on an angle, heel to heel or even wider, stepping that right foot out to the side. Left hand on your left hip, bumping it back as you reach forward with your right hand, taking it on the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot. Lengthening the crown of your head away from your pelvis as you rotate. Lengthening with every inhale so that maybe you're twisting a little bit more from above your waist. And then inhale, come back up, parallel the feet, extend the arms, step or hop your feet together, and step to the front of your mat, back to your Samasthiti. Okay, for today we're going to skip the extended side angle and revolved side angle that we've been working on. We're going to review what we did yesterday, but really just do one of those. So for Prasarita Padottanasana, you're going to step your right foot to the back of your mat, paralleling the feet, or slightly pigeon-toed, about a leg's distance. Take your arms out to the side, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. You could take any of the versions that we talked about yesterday. You could stay just halfway. I'll turn around. Taking your hands on blocks or the mat or the floor. You could place your hands in between your feet for version A with your fingers lined up with the arches of your feet or back even further. Chaturanga arms, reaching your head towards the mat, your shoulders away from your ears. You can take B version, which is just keeping your hands on your hips and lengthening your spine down. Pressing into your feet, lifting up through your arches, through your inner thighs. C version had your hands behind your back, clasping your hands or using a strap or a pretend strap. Feeling a gentle stretch in your shoulders, opening up through your shoulders. And then version D had the yogi toe grip, your peace fingers around in between your big toe and your first toe, and your thumb is a bottle cap, with your wrists nice and straight. Take a few more breaths in whichever version you want to do today. And then if you are in A or D with your hands on the floor in some way, inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. If you're in B or C version, you're just going to inhale, slowly come all the way up. Everyone come up. Good. Heel toe your feet together or hop them together and step to the front of your mat. All right, so now the new posture, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose, or intense side stretch, because it really is a big stretch in the side body. So just as we've been doing, you're going to step your right foot again to the back. As if we were going into revolved triangle pose, we're going to take our right leg so it faces the back of the mat, and our left leg is angled about maybe 45 degrees, heel to heel or wider. Taking your torso, maybe with your hands on your hips, and squaring your hips to the back of the room. Now the traditional version of this posture I will do after this. This is This is version 1. So you could take your hands, take blocks or something on the mat. Inhale, reach up, lengthening your spine. And exhale, start to hinge forward. Maybe you're taking that right hand to the right hip to gently draw it back as you do for the revolved triangle pose. And you could stay halfway, feeling a big stretch all along the side of that front leg. Or you could take your hands to blocks or chair on any height. You could always put a bend in that front knee. You're drawing your shoulders away from your ears, taking slow and steady breaths. And as you breathe and your body invites you in, maybe you start to fold a little bit more over that front leg. And then inhale, come up nice and slow. If you have blocks, take them with you. Right foot, take your left foot to the back. Adjusting your stance as necessary, placing your blocks down if you're going to use them. Inhale, lengthen. This is not traditional. This is how we're doing it at first. Then take your left hand to your left hip. Start to reach and square your hips to the mat as you reach your right hand forward. And then take your left hand forward as well. So you're in a half lift position, pulling in your belly, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you're just going to stay here or take your hands to the seat of a chair. Or maybe you have enough space to fold over that leg, taking your hands to blocks on any height. And breathing. Feeling the back of your legs opening, lifting up through your kneecaps. Maybe folding a little bit more over that front leg if it feels possible. And then set your blocks or whatever you're using to the side. Inhale, come on up. Parallel the feet, extend the arms, and step or hop your feet together and come to the front of your mat. Okay, so now we're going to do the traditional version, or you could repeat what we just did, or any other version like it. So traditionally, you take your hands behind your back to start in reverse prayer. And this could feel really good after all those chaturangas. A little stretch for the wrist, but this isn't possible for everyone. So you can take opposite elbows here instead behind your back, or bump your fists together. Or if you don't want to have your arms involved in this way, you could do what we did before. So I'm going to take my hands in prayer behind my back, scooching my hands up to my thoracic spine. Inhale, lengthen. Scooching to my thoracic spine. Then I'm going to take my right foot, step it back behind me, setting up my stance. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. You could stay halfway. You can lower your head down. This could be a little bit of a balance posture here, because we have our hands not in position to help us. You could always put a bend in that front knee. One more breath here. And then inhale, press into your foot, lift back up. Keep your hands where they are. Pivot to the front of your mat, setting up your stance. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Right at that hip crease. You can stay halfway. You can lower your head down. retracting your shoulder blades, affirming your quadricep muscles, seeing where you can take your stretch today without forcing it. Inhale, rise back up, release the hands, stretch them out, step or hop your feet together and come to the front of your mat. All right, how'd you do? How'd you like that new version of pyramid pose? Maybe it was new to you. 10 side stretch Parsvottanasana. Right from here, we're gonna flow down to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Noticing how much easier it is, maybe. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back. Take a vinyasa or not. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, maybe shaking out your head, stretching out through your shoulders. Tomorrow is day 14. It's a rest day. We're going to do some stretches. And then the next day, day 15, we're going to get into standing balance. So we'll do some of the standing postures. We probably won't do all of them so that we have time to get to the standing balance. And then there's not that much more before we get into the seated work, which I'm really excited about. And we're going to be coming to a seat, so you can just come to your knees, or you can widen the distance in between your hands to make room for your body. Look forward, seeing where you want to go. Start to come forward with your feet, maybe crossing your ankles, sliding your body through, and lowering your hips down. Lie down on your back for Shavasana or come to a seat. I'm going to come to a seat today in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you're on your back, maybe you want to take happy baby or take butterfly legs on your back. You can take butterfly legs. Padangusthasana here as well, maybe with blocks. Just noticing how you feel in whichever position calls to you. Maybe closing your eyes. Letting yourself go. Start to bring your awareness back into your body if you're ready, or you can press pause. If you're on your back, making some small movements. If you're seated, you can make movements as well, or you could just stay as you are.
could reach your arms over your head, seated or lying down. And then if you're on your back, roll to one side, taking a moment of pause. If you're already seated, maybe reaching your arms up again and down. Finding your way to a comfortable seat. Just noticing how you feel in your body, connecting back to your intention. And take your hands to heart center with a lot of gratitude for your body, your breath, your practice. We'll close with the sound of Om if you would like to join in. Inhale. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me know in the comments how you're enjoying the series, what you're looking forward to, what postures are difficult for you, anything at all. I'd love to hear it, how I can help you. Subscribe if you haven't, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you tomorrow.